Alright, what is going on, guys? Spiteful's back again, and we actually got quite a lot of like update. I thought it was going to be a small update, but this dev note actually has quite a few things. So let's just like quickly get right into it, shall we? Going into let me please dev note. Here we go. All right, so let's just quickly break this down, right? So in response to the feedback, 24% of the inquiries, growth currency supply improvement. Leveling up materials, pretty much. I'm assuming that this is going to be Shinsu XP as well as gold. Gold is kind of, but I mean, you need more gold than you need XP, just because you do need to level up your equipment as well. But I feel like it's so hard to level up, even where I'm at, where it's just like I kind of like see how slowly people are progressing because of the lack of progression in adventure mode, right? So we understand and empathize with your frustration with the lack of or difficulty obtaining certain currency in the game. We'll add currency through regular check-in and content-specific reward adjustments. I'm assuming that this means that pretty much going to do like the time-limited quests like they're doing with the swimsuit stuff. We'll use bonus time events to increase chances of getting additional goods periodically. In addition, we'll be scaling content volumes in the future to remedy the shortfall of the growth currency, and we're excited to share what's happening on 8:30. So 8:30 is going to be like their pretty much big update. You'll see here we have Yihwa, Yeon, who's going to be coming out, which I think she's actually going to be pretty good. She's going to be a light mage. We'll be adding monthly check-in to provide additional summons tickets, soul crystals, and report gifts to provide regulars with growth currencies and the opportunity to summon teammates. Now, for those that don't know, I really thought that the report gifts was really just for this little, what's this called? How do I put it? Like just the border. But if you actually go and look at the report, you have access to like, how much is this? 7. So 8, 7, 15, so 25 swiftness, as well as evasion 100 and accuracy 100. Now, for those that don't know what accuracy 100 versus evasion 100 is, like this is my hots, right? Max duped, not complete S gear, but almost S gear, and then we have +5. If I go to my stats, right, you'll see here that my evasion is 286. So you're telling me that I'm gonna get a bonus of like essentially 30%, right? And his accuracy goes up by 50% from almost 200 to 300, right? So that's a huge increase. That's going to be the difference between you missing in content like mock battles. Now, you've probably seen Quant dodge your attacks quite a bit, so just keep in mind that rapport is really important, so try not to waste it like I did. Fortunately, I worked on the characters that were good, like Data Macheni, but I wish I put it on Evan or Bomb and potentially just had like some dodge rate to him, right? Alright, so growth currency supply expansion. We're looking into expanding the sources for rapport items, and we'll be sharing more details in the future. We're increasing the rates and amount of rewards from the agency service center, so that's going to be like the timed stuff that we have over here in the control center, agency service. Fortunately, I have some here, so if they're going to be giving us more rewards here, that'll be good, because in my opinion, we kind of desperately need that. Next, we'll continue to run regular bonus time events in the future, and we'll continue to check and make improvements. While this won't solve all your growth currency needs, which I understand why they don't want to just let us level up like crazy, because then we're pushing all the content. And right now, the story mode, I think you only need to really clear chapter 12 to get all of the story mode that's currently available. And chapter 15 unlocks S gear in the shop. Chapter 16 unlocks S gear in your AFK rewards. So I think a lot of people are trying to push 16 as fast as possible, so that way you can start picking up your S gear, right? New SSR teammates acquisition, 13% of the inquiries. The second most popular area of suggestion was about obtaining SSR plus teammates, which I think that this is kind of huge, because SSR teammates, while I don't think that they're necessary to progress, I shouldn't say that. While I don't think that they're necessary to like enjoy the game, they are a big part of the game at this point. And whether they like it or not, pulling a dupe SSR plus when you don't want one kind of sucks. Obviously, you'd kind of want like 3 copies, so that way you get that attack plus 40%, just because that's huge. But yeah, when SSR Plus Veal was released, it was challenging because it was tied to the growth of the existing SSR Plus teammates In the 830 update, we're making following improvements to maintain and complement the SSR Plus iconography. What is iconography? I've never heard this word a day in my life. Visual images, a collection of illustrations or portraits used in a work of art. I have no idea what this means. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is kind of just, we're trying to make it pretty. I mean, sure. I don't get it. Adding SSR Plus teammate to Gem Shop's Crystal Exchange. I think that that's gonna be kind of huge. So if you like go into like the workshop store, it pretty much they're saying we're gonna just toss the SSR Plus, the new SSR Plus, probably into one of these shops. I don't know if they're gonna do this or if they're gonna do this, because this is only one SSR Plus, whereas this one's like all like 2 SSR Pluses and 1 discounted. So my guess is they're gonna just toss them into there. Random new SSR Plus and SSR teammates were added to the workshop gem store, a gem shop, crystal exchange shop, which I just showed. Added the availability to purchase new teammates with crystals received for completing growth. So it looks like they're gonna be adding like the new characters to that, which that could be good, especially for like the whales. Like obviously this is gonna be like a whale main update, just because they're gonna be the ones that are pretty much paying the bills and making this game free to play, accessible to begin with. So I understand why they're gonna have to do this, because there's already people that have like a maxed out Karaka and maxed out Evan trying to get Viol just once, which that's kind of disgusting. so gross. Excluded SSR Plus teammates who have completed limit break from 200 summons. Provide a definitive path to summon new SSR Plus teammates after completing the SSR Plus limit break. I don't know if this means all limit breaks, because that's going to be weird. Improved summoning of SSR Plus teammates by removing the ones with finished limit breaks from the SSR options when reaching the 200th summon. Pretty much when you actually max out an SSR Plus to 5-star Rainbow, they will no longer appear in the pity system for the 200th time summon SSR Plus pity. Improvements to the SSR Plus option to be awarded for completing all SSR Plus limit break. This includes the ability to select and receive SSR Plus teammates in the future. Select? What is SSR? I don't know if this means like complete all SSR Plus limit breaks and then you get to choose your SSR Plus. I don't understand how that means, unless this means like they're cutting out SSR Plus. I don't understand this. Additionally, we recognize that there are regulars who continue to inquire and check on the rates of the summons. We're working on a separate webpage to allow you to check the type and number of teammates you have summoned individually. We'll begin preparations to make it possible for you to check your history. Then they just say that they can't really give you a time because that's going to take a lot of a lot of time to put together. Content variety and updates. Now this was huge because I really don't have much to do. I've been talking about this with my wife. Like, I don't really have all that much to do. Like, all I really have is kind of like, I'm kind of stuck at 18.4 right now, and all I really do now is kind of just the story event. Just log in, make sure that this doesn't hit the cap, which I haven't let it hit the cap yet, which is good. But that also gives you a lot of rewards. Right now I'm concentrating on report items for the same reasons that I talked about earlier. We're trying to make sure that we don't interfere with the addition and expansion of the main content, which is basically story and adventure mode, but we're trying to think of ways that can actually help you strategize or help you collect and grow your teammates rather than simply just increasing the amount of content. That's good. That means that this pretty much tells me we don't want to just throw in garbage content, so we're trying to make sure that we don't like pretty much diminish quality over quantity. I see that in a lot of games where there's a ton of like different content to do in a game, but it's all garbage, and then you like either never want to play it or it's not even worth doing. As adventure expands, so do the ranking board related content like achievements and major bosses. Trial of Chaos floor. Okay, so pretty much trials, where you can use your entire roster. Floors 251 and 300 are going to be added. Right now it's capped at 250, so the mega whales are pretty much doing that. This will add 275 and 300 breakthroughs to the ranking board. Arena simulation, this is pretty cool because you're going to actually be able to just like set up their defenses and stuff and then just fight it and see how your team performs. I think that's going to be good in the long run for just theory crafting. That means that you don't have to look for people with these characters, see how they do. let's see how your team does versus them, right? So you'll be able to play test against like max dupe Hotses or max dupe Endorsees, and then not have to worry about actually like sacrificing tickets to actually play test. I think that's good. We appreciate your interest in the first Alliance expedition. I thought the expedition kind of OP in terms of the resources, so I'm kind of hoping that we get more of that, because like, oh no, stop. There we go. Because like getting these coins is kind of a hassle. Getting these coins is like borderline, I don't want to say impossible, but even with like an active guild that's like checking in every day, it's a pain in the ass to get these coins unless the expedition is going on, in which case then you're actually able to buy some pieces of gear. Otherwise the Alliance shop kind of just sits there doing nothing. So hopefully they actually fix that up. We've improved the balance of the search phase, raised the HP on bosses to make them more discriminating in the major boss phase, as players were ranked by damage output. We're also bringing back the convenience of being able to view your earned mail directly from the search phase. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. We received a lot of suggestions about the arena. Oh, yeah, this one should have been pretty good, right? The arena should reward you for competing against a diverse groups of teammates that our regulars have grown, but we found out this hasn't been the case. We recognize that we have a diverse group of regulars playing the game, so we'll try to find the right balance. Going into what to offer a higher reward. We'll be adjusting ranking rewards for higher ranker arena and regular arena. The good, so we're gonna get more rewards. Adjusted opponents list from 3 to 10. This one's huge. Because like in ranker arena, if you're at S1, which I understand that there's not going to be a lot of people in the higher like rankers, it just does, you know, that's not how it works. But right now you can only see 3 opponents. They're going to be changing it to 10. I think that this is going to be good for the players in like S2, S1, but this is also going to help the people that are just in like the top 100. To counterbalance this, yeah, you have to keep refreshing. You know, like even at like ranker top 100, where I'm at, like sometimes I'll sit between like 100 to like 80. The people on top of me, every time I refresh, they never change. So like I don't really have a good I don't have options. I literally have, dude, can I fight these 3 people? No. Okay, then I guess I just stay where I'm at, and then I get like demoted even further. To counterbalance this, we'll be changing the opponent list to show up to 10 opponents at one time. That's good. We hope to make some adjustments to make it easier to find right matchups for you. Good. A high ranker arena guidance and improvements. Let's start with a walkthrough of the logistics. I don't really want to talk too much about this. This is like the super high ranker arena. If you're a mega whale, yeah, have fun. Yeah, you know how to read. You know how to read. New story mode Act 6 will be added at the 8:30 update. This also means that we're probably more likely to get Lopobia Ren sometime soon. He's going to be a SSR plus. He looks like he's going to be a stun slut. He's going to be a green mage, so we'll see how he performs eventually. Like whenever he comes out, we can actually test that out. This act will wrap up the first season of the original webtoon, and I'm sure those of you who read it will get that excitement and anticipation all over again. We hope you look forward to the final test episode where we get to see the ending and new beginning of the boy and the girl's story. Oh, fuck you, Rachel. About mobile devices heating up. Stop playing on very high. That's pretty much what they say. Let's see here. Red dot notification improvements. Not really sure what this means. First batch of improvements will cover the following cases. Prevent the red dot from appearing in the growth button in the main lobby. Not really, like I said, I'm not really sure what this is. Exclusive equipment enhancement, event exchange shop. Something about a red dot notification. I don't know. Function to improve Alliance members' experience. Regulars who are active in their Alliance's activities are probably the most frequent users of the check-in feature. The current setup does not indicate the daily attendance information, but only the total cumulative check-in count. Taking into consideration the suggestions we received how it is inconvenient, we are currently preparing a new function to improve Alliance Administration's management. That's good, because right now, like, you can't really tell how long someone's been in the guild, how long they've been checked, like, if they checked in, unless you're like manually keeping track every day, which I think is stupid. And then you can't check, and then you can check in like by login, which if there's like a new player, I don't want to like think that they're not checking in just because someone has been in the guild for like 2 weeks, so they have a higher check-in count. So I'm hoping that this gets a better management system. A new teammate, flame user Yihwa Yeon, so they are actually bringing her up. The 8:30 the 8:30 update welcomes a teammate many regulars have been waiting for. Flame user Yihwa Yeon will join the lineup soon. Along with them, a brand new training event will take place to showcase the new addition. That's pretty cool. This is a new way to help our regulars know more about their new teammate and try out their key moves and performance. I actually really like her kit. She looks like she's just going to be igniting burn while causing defense break, which I think that's she looks like she's going to be really fun. Skill videos are currently being made in Korean and will be translated once they're finalized. We personally read all suggestions submitted by our regulars and take them into consideration. I want to share that the following improvements are also being prepared. And then this is just some updates that are going to be coming out 8:30. It looks like issue when using Zahar's exclusive equipment at level 4. The ultimate move cutscene is played when dying. For those that don't know, Zahar's exclusive equipment at level 4, when he dies, he procs his ultimate, like he does it one last time. Issue where Quan's exclusive equipment recovery skill 3 and 4 was not activated properly. 25, 60, 60, that's so toxic. 3x speed was not being applied properly. Issue where the teammate model was occasionally not recovered normally after using Kun's ceiling skill. That's funny. Issue where teammates occasionally end up floating in the air when using airborne attacks. That's funny too. Alright, and I guess that's pretty much it for the dev note. It looks like it's a lot of stuff. I think that the main highlights are mainly just for whales. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I feel like this is mainly just for whales, because you also have the SSR plus pity that's going on. You have the yeah, it's just SSR plus stuff, really. Like, it's just like pity system's gonna get updated, but like, I don't know if they're gonna make it so that you're gonna be able to actually summon the new SSR plus. For those that don't know, this game is like heavily based on like AFK Arena, and this game is kind of like in its infancy, really. So once we start getting more SSR plus characters, it's gonna be significantly harder to actually pull the new SSR plus unless there's some type of snipe system. AFK Arena has something called Stargazer cards where you can choose the SSR plus you want. The rate's still garbage, and it's very rare that you get those tickets, but at the very least you can select who you're going to be aiming for. So if you do pull a character, it is going to be that character. I'm hoping that they implement that sooner than later, because I'd like to get more dupes for like specific characters. Like Zahard, I'd like to get him with 3 dupes, just so that way he might actually be able to deal some damage.